Hello there, my beautiful friend. Thank you for joining me today. Day 29. It's hard to believe that this 30 days is almost over. I really hope that you have enjoyed this. Today we're going to start in standing. And today this is going to be all about the element of water. It's probably my favorite element to flow to. We did a whole series on elements back in December. And if you want to check them out, please be my guest after this 30 days is up. We are going to start at standing. You don't have to be at the front or the back. It doesn't matter wherever you want to stand. Go ahead and meet me there and we will arrange on our mats as necessary. Once we get here, I'm going to just start to ground. So we started our root. So we're going to start at the feet by lifting the toes up. Feeling all the connections of the earth here. And then slowly we're going to spread the toes wide as possible. And then we're going to slowly try to lower them one at a time. Slowly, this can't be rushed. And we're not aiming for perfection here. Once they land, grip through those feet. Pada Bandha. A slight give in the knees. So we don't have to bend them, but we also don't want them super flexed backwards. Pelvis. We don't want this bottle of water dumping, so we want a really neutral pelvis here. We're going to roll the shoulder blades down the back body to help lengthen through the spine. Crown of the head is actively pulling up towards the ceiling. We're going to go ahead and close the eyes down here. Just dropping in for just a second here. Taking note of how you feel today. How are the thoughts? What is your space around you like? Big inhales through the nose. If you want to have a slight restriction in the back of the throat, this will create that ujjayi breathing, holding that inner fire inside. And fun element flow today for water. When we make that ujjayi sound, it almost sounds like ocean waves in and out. Beautiful job. Go ahead and butterfly those eyelids open here. We're going to go ahead and lift up through this right foot, and we're going to take some ankle rolls here. So we're going to roll the ankles one way. And let's go and reverse that roll the other way. Very nice. And we can go and send this leg out. Just seeing how this feels, maybe pulsing here a couple times, allowing that leg to get that shake in here. And then we're going to bring it around and grab it with our hands behind us. Beautiful thigh stretch here. Knee is pointing down towards the mat. Hips are neutral. We have that neutral pelvis here, and we're pulling this foot towards our booties. Big smiles on our faces. Of course, you're going to have to find that drishti, that gazing point here, and keeping your focus on it will maintain your balance, along with rooting down in that big toe. Big smiles on faces. Beautiful job. We can release that leg, shift the hips left to right here, and we're going to come on to the other side. So shifting the weight to the right, left leg picks up. Let's take these ankle rolls. Going one way. And then we'll reverse it and go the other way. And let's send this leg out long. Allow it to feel that same energy. Allow it to find a little bit of a shake, maybe taking the pulses. and then sending it around behind us, catching it with our hands, keeping that focus on the gazing point in front of us. Neutral pelvis here. Knee is pointing towards the earth. Big, big inhales and exhales here. Beautiful. Slowly we release that foot. Let's go ahead and inhale our arms up and overhead. We're going to open up here, cactus arms. Really allow the chest to come up and lift towards the ceiling here. And exhale, we're going to round, bringing these hands and forearms together. A little bit of a round here. Open up, big cactus arms, chest lift, heart is radiant. Exhale, we round, bringing these forearms together. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, open, expansion. And exhale, we bring it all in. Beautiful. We're going to take a big step forward here. Pivot the feet towards the side of the mat. We're coming in wide-legged fold. So we're going to start with this right hand's going to come to the left, left hand to right. We're just going to go back and forth. Now, as we go back and forth, I want you to imagine you're moving in the water. You can imagine how much resistance you will feel when you try to push, right? But if we flow with the water instead of trying to push it, it will allow us some of that grace, some of that ease, yeah? So arms up, big opening here, and let's go. Right hand, left foot, and back up. Left hand, right foot. Now, let's try to start activating here, imagining that we are going through the water, turning these movements much slower. Seeing how it feels to move in this different sort of way. More peaceful, more flowing, more going with the water's flow. I'm going to do both sides one more time. And then whenever you get back up, we are going to fold over this left leg. Hands can come towards the outside edges of this leg. We want to keep square hips here, so we don't want the hips to become displaced here. And we're breathing love into these hamstrings here. Inhale, we come up to our fingertips, walk over towards the other side, and fold over this right leg. Noticing the difference between the sides here. Inhale, we come back to center. Fingertips are out in front of us. We're coming down to Skandasana on this right side. If you want to pick your hands off the mat, you can. Otherwise, you can leave them down on the mat. Hands can be at heart center. You can also have them up and overhead, whatever feels good for you here. Maybe just taking a little bounce. Once again, imagining some water all around you, holding you up, supporting you. Breathing. Pulling this right knee out. Beautiful. We're going to pivot around. Hands can come to the mat to kind of frame this right foot. Pivot the feet around. On an inhale, we're going to rise up, high lunge here. Arms overhead. Big smiles on faces. And open up, warrior two. Parallel arms, Feet are actively pulling together here. We are breathing. And let's come back, pivot those feet, wide-legged forward fold, and we're just going to fold forward here. If your head comes to the mat, just heel toe those feet in just a little bit. And of course, if it feels good for you, you can take a sway left to right. Once again, just imagining that you're going through that water, so it's not going to be as quick of a sway as normal. Or finding stillness, whatever feels better for you here. Awesome. Hands are going to come to the mat. We're going to come down on Skandasana, left side here. Once again, hands can stay on the mat, not a big deal. Or you can have the hands at heart center, or you can have them up and overhead. Whatever feels good for you. Heart center feels best for me, and I love to press against that opening leg. We're breathing. We're not holding or clenching our breath ever, right, guys? Hands frame this left foot. We're pivoting all the way around on our feet. And an inhale rises us up. High lunge here. Once again, we're putting those big smiles on our faces. And big opening here. Warrior 2. Arms are parallel. Feet are pulling together here. You feel magnificent. Beautiful. Pivot back around. Wide-legged forward fold. My beautiful friends. Walk the hands towards the front of the mat. And we're going to step this right foot back and then send the hips up and back. Down dog. First down dog of the day. So you can go ahead and give your dog a nice little walk. Once again, just imagining the water is there. So we're not able to just power and push and move maybe the way we want to. We have to kind of flow with the water. Water is the most soft and flexible thing on this planet. No one can resist the water. Be like water, soft, flexible, fluid. Inhale, come up to the toes, big bend in the knee here, trying to get the thighs to the chest, continuously pushing through the shoulders so that we are not dumping into them. We're going to hop to the top of the mat. Inhale brings us up halfway, lift. Exhale, we fold, flow with the water, y'all. Inhale, we're going to slowly peel up as if the water's here, slowly. Head and neck going to come last. Roll the shoulder blades back. Head rises up. Big breath here. Inhale these arms up and overhead. Go ahead and take your gaze up towards your hands. Come up onto your tiptoes. Slowly lowering down. How slow can we go? How slow can we go? Bada bing, bada boom. You are amazing, brilliant, glorious, charming, spectacular, splendid, phenomenal. You got this. We're in a little squat here, hands at heart center. Beautiful. Plant the hands, big step back with these feet, and lower down all the way. Hands come to the outside edges of the mat, lift up cobra. Big smiles on our faces here. Exhale, release. We're going to interlace the hands behind the back. And then we're just going to try to bring the palms together, which will open the shoulders and maybe lift the chest off just a little bit. If it feels nice, you can try to lift your hands away from your booty. Beautiful shoulder stretch here. And we're breathing. Now holding or clenching that breath. And gently release. Beautiful. We're going to come in for a locust here. So you can send your arms out front. We're going to do hands, and then we're going to do feet. Then we're going to do one hand, one leg, and then we'll go for full locust. So whenever it feels ready, we're going to do the feet first. So you're going to grip through the hands, and on an inhale, we lift those feet up. Working into that lower back here. Toes are pointed or flexed. Choice is yours. One more round of breath. And on an exhale, we release. Just shift those hips left to right. And here we go. We're going to lift the hands up. So inhale, we lift. And we breathe. We're not forgetting to breathe. One more round. And we release. So this time we're going to try right hand, left foot. So that means we're going to be able to dig into the right foot and the left hand to help support us this time. So inhale, lifts. Breathe. One more round. And we release. Other side, left hand, right foot. Inhale, we lift. And we breathe. We are not holding or clenching that breath. We are allowing the energy to move. And release. All right, we're going for full locust. If you don't want to do it with me, you just take your choice of whatever felt best for you there. If you're going for the full locust, let's inhale and we rise. Remembering the breath. One more round. And we release. Arms, T. And we're going to roll over. So we're going to use this right leg to kick over. Coming onto this left shoulder. We're just going to breathe here for a second. It should feel nice after that work we did to just lay here on this shoulder. Slowly, we inhale, coming back to center. Arms in our T here. We're going to use the left foot to kick over to come onto this right shoulder. Breathing here, sending all the love into all the tight areas. Practicing the control of the thoughts and the breath here. Slow as ever, we'll come back around here onto our bellies. And we're going to do everyone's absolute favorite. We're coming in for both. We're going to do one side at a time, and then we'll go for both. So we're going to go for the right side at first. If you don't like bow like me, you can bring this left arm up here in our Sphinx, right hand around, and then we lift. And if it feels good, you can remove this elbow and just see what this feels like here. Beautiful hip flexor work, beautiful front body opening and back side strengthening here. Release. Oh man. And we're going to the other side. So if you want to prop yourself up, same way, right forearm on the mat, left hand goes around to grab for that ankle. And then if it feels good, we can kick up. And then if it feels good, you can release through that forearm. It's going to make it a little more intense. Choice is yours. Slowly release. Oh, yes. We're coming in for full bow, everyone's favorite. So forehead can come to the mat. We're going to reach our hands around to grab for our ankles. We're on the inside of them. If it feels better for you to be on the outside, please be my guest. There are two ways that we could get into this. And when you're ready, we're going to allow an inhale to lift us up. So inhale, we lift and we kick. Point those toes. Big smiles on your face. Maybe allow the breath to give you a little rock and roll action here. One more round. And slowly we release. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We're going to tuck the toes. Hands are planting under shoulders, and we're going to send us up into plank. We're going to have a big jump through. So if you don't like to jump through, you can just come and meet us in a wide-legged seat. Otherwise, we're going to jump to the hands, send the booty back, and open up, wide-legged seat. If you want to prop your booty up on a block, be my guest. Otherwise, we're going to start our sway through the water here, fluidly going from left side to right side. And then we're going to add the arms in. So left hand all the way over, right hand sweeps up. And then same little motion, slow as ever. Right hand comes to right leg, sweeps down, left hand up and over. Let's do this a few times, moving through the water. Getting our beautiful stretch on. Oh yeah, one more final time over here on the right. We'll come back to center and then we'll walk the hands forward. Wide-legged fold, seated. Doesn't matter where we are. If we're up here, this is great. Key focus is keeping the gaze forward. We're not rounding through the spine here. We have a straight spine. We are flexing through the hips and the hamstrings here. Low back may definitely feel this as well. We're trying to keep the feet pulled back. We're not allowing them to roll forward here. Beautiful flow today. We're not quite done yet. We can go ahead and peel up. Bring these legs together. We're going to come for some boat to low boat. We've done these before. I know you love them. So let's go ahead and come into our boat, however you like boat. And then let's go low boat. Breathing. And up to boat. And down to low boat. Breathing. And up to boat. And down to low boat. You got this. And boat. And one more time. Low boat. Boat. Hug the knees. Big, big, big hug here. Maybe give those knees a kiss. And we're going to rock and roll here. Beautiful spinal massage. All that work we've done to the spine. You should give it some playtime / massage time here. And when it feels good, we're all going to land on our backs, hugging those knees in, sending the arms into our T here, and allowing the legs to drop over towards the left. Gaze goes towards the right. You can bring this left hand to this right knee if that feels good for you. And we're breathing here, noticing our thoughts, the energy coming in and out, the apana, and then the prana. What are we letting in here? One more round of breath here. And on the next inhale, legs come back to center. Arms are back in our T. Legs drop over to the right. Gaze goes towards the left. Maybe bringing this right hand to this left knee if that feels good for you here. Filling that belly up with air. One more round of breath. And an inhale brings legs back into center. You can go ahead and send your legs out long. Coming in for our Savasana. Tucking those shoulder blades, palms. Splay out here. It should feel wonderful after all that energy you've cultivated here today. You've done such good inner and outer work. You should be very proud, and the positive thoughts should be coming easier. Settle into your peace and your calm, your personal space full of love and joy and fluidity. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe taking a full overhead stretch here before rolling into our fetal position and meeting me in a comfy seat here on the mat. May you receive all of the love, all of the fluidity, all of the ability to flow from this practice today. May all beings be happy and free, including you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this practice is beneficial. Please do like, comment, maybe share it. I look forward to seeing you for day 30.